Dear students, in the first part of the video, I told you that Antarctica is the right place to visit if you want to know the past, present and future of the Earth. The writer was associated with the program Students on Ice. The aim of this program was to take high school students to the ends of the world, means different parts of the world, and providing them with the educational opportunities, because it would help them to foster a new understanding and respect for our planet. Actually, when he joined this program, it was already working for 6 years, and that time it was headed by Geoff Green. He used to take celebrities and retired and rich people, the curiosity seekers. Before this, carting means transporting, but he found that these people were not so much useful because they were elders, they were grown-ups, they had very little to give back. So he offered this opportunity to the students, because students are the future policymakers, and he wanted to give them life-changing experience at the age when they were ready to absorb, learn, and most importantly, act, because the children are the future generation. They are the future policymaker, and they can learn easily and they can act also in future. The program was successful because if someone goes to the South Pole and to the Antarctica, it is just impossible to remain unaffected by it. We can talk about the melting glaciers and about the breaking of the ice, sitting in our comfort zone, sitting at our homes. But if you want to have the real experience of global warming, the right place is to visit Antarctica. Means we can have the real experience when we see before our eyes how the glaciers are melting, how the glaciers are receding, and how the icebergs are sliding. Now about Antarctica. Why is Antarctica right place to visit? How can we know about the impact of human activities on the earth? Because it has very simple ecosystem, it lacks biodiversity, and it is the perfect place to study how little changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Means Antarctica is not enclosed by the human population, therefore there is very little impact of the human beings there. By visiting Antarctica, we can know how the changes in the environment can have big repercussions. Repercussions means results. For example, we can take microscopic phytoplankton, very small cell plant, phytoplankton, single celled plant. These are called grasses of the sea also, because they nourish and sustain the entire southern ocean food chain, because the animals who live in the ocean, it is their food. These single cell plants use the sun's energy to assimilate carbon and synthesize organic compounds. They make their food with the help of sun. And most wondrous, most important of processes called photosynthesis, means they complete the process of making food with the help of sun. These phytoplanktons, scientists warn that if there is depletion in the ozone layer is very important because it protects us from the ultraviolet rays of the sun. It will affect activities of the phytoplankton. Because of the increase in the carbon level, the ozone layer is depleting, so it can affect our activity, our lifestyle, our environment, and lives of all the marine animals and birds would be affected because of this global carbon cycle. So through this parable of phytoplankton, through the story of this phytoplankton, through the example of this phytoplankton, he wants to suggest that if we take care of the small things, the big things will fall into place. Means if we take care of small things, big things will already all will um, surely happen. So we should take care of small things. The small things are, we should not leave small things thinking that they are insignificant, because sometimes these things have very big repercussions. So if we take care of the small things, the big things will fall into place. In our daily life also, we avoid doing small things. We feel that it is insignificant, but actually they are very very important thing. Means if you do things in, you can take example of your life also. You think that why should we study, we will study only at the end of the session, and if and at that time you feel, then if well, because you leave it at present, so then that time you feel a lot of burden, and it becomes a very big challenge for you. But if you do these things in a small chunks every day, that time you will find that it will have a big result. You will have a lot of understanding of the study of your chapters. Now walk on the ocean. He tells of his experience on walking on the live ocean. Actually, Antarctica, it is covered with ice, but below it there is a big sea. It is a water body. So he had many majestic divine experiences there, epiphanies. When it occurred just sort of Antarctic Circle at 65.55 degrees south, they managed to go there with the help of their so-called ski. It was a big stretch of ice spread from the peninsula and Tadpole Island, and it was preventing them from going further, because it was very difficult to move on it, very hard snow. So the captain decided that they should go turn around and head back north. But before they would go there, they were instructed to go through the bridge and walk on the ocean. So they all were kitted out. They all were 52. What was the strength of the contingent? It was 52. They were all in 52. They were kitted out. They were given all the equipments kitted out. Gore-Tex and glares for walking on the stark whiteness, because very hard snow. These are the equipments: Gore-Tex and glares. And they were walking on the hard ice, and below their feet there was a meter thick ice pack, and underneath that 180 meters of living, breathing salt water. Means they were walking over the salt water over the ocean. In the periphery, in the boundary, crevator seals were stretching, they were spreading, and sunning, they were basking in the sun. On ice floes, floating ice, much like stray dogs, they are compared to the stray dogs, wandering dogs, under the shade of banyan tree. Nothing sort of revelation, everything does indeed connect. Actually, whether we are living on the earth, at any place, everything is connected. All parts of the world are connected, and because the environment is very essential for us. 9 time zones, checkpoints, 3 bodies, water, and many ecospheres. Later he was wondering, the writer started wondering about the beauty of balance in the play on our planet, because everything is in balance. Therefore we are surviving. Our nature earth, our nature, in our earth everything is in balance. Our environment is in balance. The coexistence of animals and birds and plants makes our ecosystem, our relationship with the animals, birds, plant, this is very essential. So the writer thinks about how would it be if Antarctica were to be the warm place that it once used to be. Means if the changes take place, if because of our activities, human impact on the earth, if these things happen again, what would happen? Means if we again go to the way of dinosaurs, and what would happen to the mammoths and the or if you go to the way of dinosaurs, mammoths and the woolly rhinos, then again the mammals would be destroyed, they will be extincted. But after spending 2 weeks with a bunch of teenagers who have the spirit that they could do something for this earth, that he was very much sure, he was very much hopeful that spending this time with the children, uh, they would be very much successful in doing something for this earth. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.